Hello and welcome to another episode of Bands You've Never Heard of. This episode is not like the others. In this episode, I will not be introducing Gary to a new band. Gary's not even here. It's just me, your host, JR.
Bands you've heard of.
And I'm here because of some emails I got recently and a new song from a new artist that I have a lot of questions about. And I thought, what better way to deal with those questions than to put out an episode of this podcast, a bonus episode, a special episode, an episode in which we don't have all the answers about a band and their song. And so let me explain what's going on. When you have a podcast like this and you have a website and you have an email address, by the way, it's www.bindhopod.com, and the email address is bindhopod@gmail.com. We get spam just like anybody, but when you have this kind of podcast, you get a certain kind of spam. Companies that want to help you improve your search engine optimization. Companies that want to try to market you in some way, help you grow your podcast. And I got an email from a company called Walexen Media the other day, alerting me to a new song about to be released by a new artist. It said it drops on February 15th, which is today as I'm recording this. This is Sunday, February 15th. It's late in the evening. And you should pre-save it. I didn't click on anything in the email. I just didn't delete it either. I was curious. It had me very curious. And then today, I got another email that said that new song is live. You can go listen to it now. And I did. I went and listened to this new song by a new artist. And I did that with my suspicions. And all they are suspicions at this point, but I think I can identify this song as probably AI, and it's just a probably. I have no proof. This is just what I think from after seeing the marketing emails and the socials and hearing the song. I'm more convinced that it's AI and not the result of a human making music. It might be the result of a human prompting an AI to make a very cliched country-ish song about a person who has some flaws. And I'll explain more about that as I dive into it here. So let me show you the emails that I received. This is the first one here. The song is called The Outlaw. Drops February 15th. Be the first to hear it. And here's what it says. Flawed Rose, that's the artist's name, apparently. Flawed Rose's new single is a fearless anthem for anyone who's ever broken the rules, carved their own path, and refused to be defined by the crowd. That sounds rather cliched, right? Like something that AI would identify that humans might find that attractive. An outlaw with a flaw, a protagonist who is less than perfect, right? And a gritty song about that, about breaking the rules and carving their own path. So I saw this email. I scrolled through it. Here's some more. This isn't just another song. It's a statement. Raw, unfiltered, fearless. If you've ever felt like you didn't quite fit the mold, if you've ever chosen your own path instead of following the crowd, this one's for you. I mean, pretty cliched type stuff. And then today, the day that the song drops, I get this email here. Flawed Rose. Flawed Rose creates a fearless music. Sorry, let me read that again. Flawed Rose creates fearless music rooted in raw emotion, independence, and rebellion sound for those who choose their own path. For those of you watching this episode, you can see that I read that verbatim. And it is, I don't think, the work of a marketing genius. Whoever's over there at Walexen Media working hard for Flawed Rose needs to have their grammar checked because this is not a proper sentence. And it makes me even more suspect about the song. And so what can we find about Flawed Rose? Well, if you go to YouTube, you'll find this. This is Flawed Rose's YouTube channel. They have one subscriber, and they have posted one video. It is a short, and it's the same exact video that we're going to find on their Facebook and their Instagram, both of which where they only have one video. I haven't checked TikTok. I assume it's the same deal there. And it's so far only been viewed 20 times on YouTube. More about this channel. There's the YouTube and the handle. They started this channel just couple weeks ago. And so far, one subscriber, one video, 20 views. That's the whole thing on YouTube. Here's the same channel on Facebook. Flawed Rose's channel, no cover art yet, or wallpaper, whatever that is. There is a profile picture, and here's the description of them. Oh, by the way, they have one follower on Facebook. Every beautiful thing potentially has a flaw. Exploring what a beautiful and imperfect. That's it. There's no more button here. That's the whole description of Flawed Rose's Facebook page. And the posts from Flawed Rose go back just a couple weeks, right about the same time the YouTube channel was created. There's this image. I don't see too many flaws in these roses, but okay. Same image several times. It's a profile picture. Here's another Flawed Rose. Again, I don't see the flaw in the rose. But I believe both of these pictures are easily created by any of the AIs that create pictures for you. Here you go. Every beautiful thing has a flaw. I embrace mine because it lets me know that nothing is perfect and beauty is subjective in the eyes of the beholder. That's just written wrong, right? That's just not how a human would have said that. There's a short 20-second clip of the song itself, and then, hello everyone, this is Flawed Rose. My debut single, The Outlaw, will be released on February 15th, and I'm excited to share this short preview with you. Thank you for the support. I hope you enjoy it. So that was a couple weeks ago, a bunch of hashtags, and that's it for posts. And I kind of doubt that there's real humans behind all of this because today is the 15th. The single was released. I have listened to it, but no more posts on Facebook about it. None at all. Seems a bit odd. And if we go to, I must have closed the window. I did Google Flawed Rose. You do get their Instagram and various other things because Flawed Rose is not unique to this person. So let's go look at their Instagram for official Flawed Rose, where you'll find the same picture, the same posts, 2 posts, 1 follower, and they're following 7 other people. So they're not doing a great job of figuring out the social media and building some hype before they've released this song and as they have released the song. Again, it's out now. And so all of this screams AI to me. And then I listened to the song. Here is their page on Facebook or on Spotify. This is Flawed Rose's Spotify profile, where they have 0 monthly listeners. They have the new single, The Outlaw, by Flawed Rose, and that's the only song. There is an About the Artist page, and their bio is the same shit we've seen on the other places. Every beautiful thing potentially has a flaw. I embrace mine because it lets me know that nothing is perfect and beauty is subjective in the eyes of the beholder. A bunch of cliched statements about flaws and beauty and eyes and such. With the same images that we saw on Facebook and Instagram. So this company is either failing miserably at promoting Flawed Rose, or this is all AI, and they know that's going to happen. So what happened when I played the song? I played the song. I listened to it today. I'm not going to play it again. One play is all it gets from me. And I didn't write down all of the lyrics. I just know what I heard. I heard a country-ish song. It was a female vocals, no backup vocals that I remember, singing over an acoustic guitar and a very light touch on, I wouldn't even call it drums. There was percussion. There was like maybe a hi-hat, just rock steady throughout the whole thing. Just a very, very muted, quiet hi-hat, tippity-tappy thing, clicking through the whole thing. Acoustic guitar, again, with a little bit of twang, and a little bit of twang in the singer's voice. And basically what I remember of the song is she talks about how she had to murder somebody and is now on the run. And I forget why. The details aren't important, but this person is now an outlaw. Now, they did murder somebody for all of the right reasons, of course, right? You're supposed to sympathize with them. And they again use cliched tropes for all of this. It just feels like any AI could have come up with these lyrics. And of course, we know that AI can create music now, so no reason that it couldn't have come up with this very simple song. It's not even a complex rock song with four different instruments and orchestration and all that. It's just a simple female vocal, acoustic guitar, and a tap, tap, tap. And it's a song about a person with flaws, the flaw being that they murdered somebody and now have to live as an outlaw on the run, and they are embracing that lifestyle for the rest of their lives because they had to make this horrible, horrible choice to do a bad thing for the right reasons. Again, very cliched. I want you to know, I listened to this song so that you don't have to. How does this relate to bands you've never heard of? Well, I told you how I got became aware of this song. It's because they spammed us, and I was curious. I thought, how cool would it be if this was legit? If this was a new artist with a brand new song out there, and we were able to get in on day one with this new song. And how cool would it be if the song was great and the artist had a cool story and there were definitely humans that I could contact and try to get them on the show? And, you know, I hope there are. I hope this is just a song I didn't like, but that was indeed created by humans. That would be fantastic. I would love to know that it was not AI and that I was wrong. But I feel pretty convinced myself that it was AI and that Walexan Media is not a reputable PR band marketing company. When I Googled them, that's basically all they do. They don't even have a website. They're just on Instagram. You can DM them, which I am not going to do. I did try to DM Flawed Rose on Instagram on my phone, and let me just double check to see. I had no response to that yet. You would think on this big day, the day of Flawed Rose's first song being released into the world, that they would be looking for people to notice and to maybe message them and might want to respond. It's been 35 minutes since I messaged them and no response yet, no indication that they've read what I sent them, no nothing. So if I hear back from Flawed Rose and I find out they're human, I will absolutely follow this up and let you know all of that. But if you don't hear from me again on this topic, rest assured I heard back from nobody, and which I think is simply evidence that this is probably AI. I'm doing this because I want you to know I would love for bands to reach out to us, and real bands, real people, real marketing companies, PR firms. Yeah, come on, bring your bands to us. Here's the deal. Here's how to get a band on bands you've never heard of. First off, be in a band or know of a band that makes great music. First and foremost, full stop, gotta have great music. And then For some reason, that band's music, despite how great it is, has to not have been played too many times yet. For whatever reason, maybe they're brand new and there just hasn't been enough time for their music to be played by hundreds of thousands and millions of people. Or maybe they've been around a while, and for whatever reason, the band just hasn't broken loose on the big scene. Either way, doesn't matter. As long as their music, none of their songs, can have more than 100,000 plays on Spotify, or same thing with their videos on YouTube. So far, we have held fast to these rules, and I'm open to breaking those rules if the right situation comes up. It's not like we have a legal department enforcing these rules or an HR department telling me I can't break the rules, and if I did, I probably would break them anyway, because that's kind of what I do. But no, we don't. We so far, we have not had any reason to feature bands that already have a big following. There's no need. There's so many bands with fewer than 100,000 plays of their songs that are making great music, that are real humans, really doing the work, the thing. And I reach out to them all the time. I am currently waiting for responses from 2 different bands that I have found that I'm so in love with. And I really, really want them to be on our show. And one of them is considering it, and the other one I have yet to hear back. And I can't wait till I hear back, because we start to build relationships with these bands, and these bands come back for more. They come back like Bad Mother Nature has come back for round 2. They have new music coming out, and we will be releasing that and debuting it, world premiere new music on this show, coming at you in a few weeks or a month. We're developing wonderful relationships with real bands. And some of the bands we have found because of their marketing team, their PR people reached out. And when they did, the first time that happened, I was a little bit suspect of that. I reached out directly to the band just to make sure, hey, is this PR firm representing you for real? Or is this some sort of spam email thing? And it turns out it was real, and we got to interview a really cool band. They're called The Reckless. They're out of San Diego, and that band led us to the Anti-Groupies out of LA. And so a lot of great things have come from PR firms representing real bands making really good music that just haven't broken loose into the mainstream yet. So bring it on. Please contact us. First, just make sure your band's making awesome music. Second, make sure they're not too big yet. And third, be for real. Be a human making real music. And if all of that works, and I get it, and then I agree with all of that, because I gotta like them, that is kind of another huge component here. If I don't love the music, I'm not featuring them on the show. If I don't think Gary's gonna like the music, I'm not featuring him on the show. If that band doesn't have that certain thing, that je ne sais quoi, that thing that makes me want to listen to them more, then they won't be featured on the show. So it's still very subjective and completely up to me who gets featured on bands you've never heard of. But I just want to let you know, this song by Flawed Rose won't be featured on the show. I won't be playing it for you here today, because I don't think it's real. And I listened to it so you don't have to. And it is a band you've never heard of, right? Have you ever heard of the artist Flawed Rose? If you have, hit me up, DM me, let me know. If you are aware of anything about this person, this artist, if it indeed is a person, please let me know. Again, I would love to be wrong. I would love to know that it is not another AI slop song. And that it is indeed really music. So there you go. That's the entire episode. It's all about that. And I just wanted to get the word out there so that if you see Flawed Rose come up on your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, your Spotify, you can ignore it until further notice. So I'm JR, one of the hosts here of Bands You've Never Heard Of, and this was a special episode, just me. Gary doesn't even know I'm doing this. And the show will be back this week. I'm going to put this show out like tonight or tomorrow. And we do have a show coming up on Wednesday this week that I am so freaking excited about. It's a band called Howdy. And just knowing that, you have no idea what you're in for with this band. I'm not even going to tell you more than that. The band is called Howdy. Good luck finding that. If you can find them and listen to their music, you'll know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, just wait till Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time when the new episode drops on Spotify, on YouTube, all of the other places you get your podcasts. I do recommend the video version on Spotify and YouTube so you can watch us interview the band Howdy. And where you can watch Gary and me play their songs and look at their lyrics and all of that stuff. We have a lot of fun revealing a brand new, at least brand new to us, a band you've never heard of. They're a band we've never heard of. And it's a great episode coming out soon. We've got Bad Mother Nature coming up sometime in March with brand new music that nobody's ever heard before except me and the band and a few select others. So there you go. Theme song on this show is the music that plays underneath us when we're talking. That's by us, our band, To Be Fair. Yet another band you've probably never heard of. Check us out at tobefair.com. That's TOBEFARE.com for all of our music. We've got new songs releasing once a month all throughout 2026. We've got a new song coming out in about a week or so called A Life Without Mirrors. Pretty excited about that. Keep an eye on the socials. You'll see it posted here soon. And for all things bands you've never heard of, there is one-stop shopping. If you go to bynhopod.com, that's BYNHOPOD.com, find out everything you need to know about all of the bands that we have featured, links to the episodes, you can watch them, you can listen to them, links to the band websites, links to their merch, whatever we have on each band, we throw it up there on the band page on bynhopod.com. There's also a link to our Spotify playlist with all of the songs from all of the artists we've ever featured on bands you've never heard of. It's a wonderful website created by my co-host Gary, who's again not here to comment on Flawed Rose. I don't think he'd be happy about Flawed Rose, so there's no reason for him to rant on and on unless he wants to do that on his own show, which he has a podcast called Gary Goes On and On and On, available wherever you get your audio-only podcasts. It's part of the Ranch Hand Records stable of podcasts. So I'm just trying to do my own version of the end credits here. I think I'm done. I think this is the end of the show. I'm sorry I didn't actually have a band to reveal to you to actually play today, but I just wanted to get ahead of this one and let you know, don't bother with Flawed Rose. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you Wednesday with a new episode. Peace out, everybody. All right, that's done. What's next?